A real account deals with the property. A nominal account deals with incomes and expenses. Regarding the sole trader, it may be closed down at any time, may be in continuous in existence. Only the word comes here, liquidation. If the revenue is more, if the expenses are less, it's a profit. If the expenses are more, if the revenue is less, it's a loss. Hello everybody, I am Dr. B.S. Subramaniam, Professor in Commerce and Management, Vidyashram First Trade College, a Temple of Excellence, Mysuru. I am going to deal financial accounting for first semester BBA. The chapter we are going to see the basic concepts we are going to deal. In the previous session, what we dealt was what is account, what is accountancy, what are the principles of accounting. If we brush up once again, accounting is a summarized business transaction relating to a person, firm, or industry to know profit or loss. Whereas accountancy is an adjective which says how to do the accounts. And the three principles I told you before going to for concept, we already told which are the three principles are personal account, real account, and the nominal account. Personal account deals with the person. A real account deals with the property. A nominal account deals with incomes and expenses. Today, this session, I'm going to hand basic concepts of account. What is concept? Concepts is only an assumption of accounting is considered. How to operate, what are the assumptions, fundamentals of accounting has to be considered. We are going to do concepts and convention. What is concepts? I told you, it's only assumption or fundamentals of accounting is considered. What is convention? Convention apply the principle of accounting for operation of the business. So we are going to deal concepts and convention, which is the most important part in accountancy is considered. So before going to the problem in the next session, you have to understand what is concept, what is convention. We'll go which are the concepts are. So in accounting, we have got so many concepts are there. One is called business entity concept. Number 2, money measurement concept. Number 3, going concern concept. Number 4, accounting period concept. Number 5, cost concept. Number 6, matching concept. Number 7, realization concept. Number 8, dual concept. Number 9, accrual concept. These concepts you have to learn. There are 9 concepts are there that you have to learn one by one, and I'm going to explain one by one what are these entities are, what are these concepts are, which are the basic for accountancy is concerned. What I told you about the concept, it's only assumption of accounting or fundamental of accounting is considered. We'll go one by one. What is the first one? Business entity concept. If you read this sentence, you can understand. If you see the picture, we have got 2 items. One is the owner, one is the business. So we are now discussing this point. I am going to explain very detailedly what is this. He says, according to this concept, the business is treated as a unit or entity separately from its owner, creditors and other. Proprietor is always considered separately and business separately. Here, there are 2 things are there. One is the businessman, one is the business. He is the owner and he is the business. Though this business belongs to him only, but we consider as a 2 unit are there. One is the business, one is the businessman, as a owner and a businessman. So what he says, if we invest, we consider as 2 unit here, proprietor is always considered separately. Proprietor is considered separately and business is considered separately. Means 2 units are considered, one as a business, one as a proprietor. I told you what is if the businessman is there at one side, business is on side. If you see the picture, you can understand owner is one side, business is one side. Though the business belongs to him also, he will consider this as a separate entity. He is also a separate entity. We see that proprietor is always considered separately and business. For example, he introduced money into the his own business He introduced the money as a cash for sake of capital. Who is the receiver? Business is the receiver. Who is the giver? Owner is the giver. So your real account says debit what comes in, credit what goes. Cash is a real account, capital is a personal account. What the personal account says, debit the receiver, credit the giver. Who is the giver? Owner. This is credited. What is coming into the business is called cash. Cash is real account. What the real account says, debit what comes in, credit what goes out. What is coming in, cash for sake of capital. What is the entry? Cash account debtor to capital account. How to say the entry? Cash account debtor to capital account. Cash is coming into the business. Who invested the money? The owner. For him, it is a capital is considered. So what the actually this concept says, no? Though he is a businessman, he will be treated separately. Business will be treated separately. Who is the receiver? Business is the receiver. Who is the giver? Owner is the giver. Owner here, business here. He contributes the money into the business. So this is one entity. This is another. Owner is one entity, business is another entity. He contributes the money into the business. Who is the receiver? Business is the receiver. Who is the giver? Owner is. So two entities separately we are treated. One as a owner, one as a business. So he introduced rupees something 20,000 into the business. So what is coming into the business? Cash. That should be debited. What's your real account says? Debit what comes in, credit what goes out. Next, capital is a personal account. What the personal account says? Debit the receiver, credit the giver. Who is the giver? Owner is the giver. This capital account will be credited. What is coming into the business? Cash. Cash is a real account. So generally everyone thinks, I am the owner. This business belongs to me. How is it two entities there? But in accountancy, how we treat one as a business, one as a owner. We won't consider both as one and the same. One as a owner, one as a business. Here, owner is separate, business is separate. So separate entity is there. Owner, one entity, business, another entity. He contributes the money into the business as a capital. We mean to say that this is the owner who contributes the money. What is coming in? Cash is coming in. That should be debited. As per the real account, debit what comes in, credit what goes out. What is coming in? Cash. That should be debited for sake of capital. For sake of capital is a personal account. What the personal account says, debit the receiver and credit the giver. So you understand this concept, business entity concept. There are two entities, one as a owner, one as a businessman. So separate entity. Owner is a separate, business is a separate. Don't combine together both. So one as a owner, one as a business. We'll move on to next one. Money measurement concept. Here measuring in terms of money only. According to this concept, all business transaction will be recorded in terms of money only. Those transactions, the scale being expressed in monetary terms are included. Here, money measurement concept means all things, everything will be measured in terms of money only. When a stock is there, we say about 40,000 worth of the stock is lying, we say. When you have got material, some land is there, the land is valuing about the 4 lakh, only in terms of money only. Everything will be measured in terms of money only. Here, transaction says no. What I told in the previous session, what is transaction is transfer of property from one person to another person is a transaction. There are two types of transaction. One is cash transaction, another credit transaction. Here we consider only the monetary value means cash transaction, not the credit transaction. How much actually cash received? All have been measured only in terms of money only, not in quality, anything, only in terms of monetary values there. Everything will be valued in terms of monetary value, mean money only, being expressed in monetary terms are included. Only monetary terms are included. Credit terms are not included. To be received or to be paid is not included. What actually received, what actually paid, that should be taken into consideration. If you see the picture, you can understand here, he is measuring in terms of money. He is climbing in measuring in terms of money only. Here we see the money is there now. All have been expressed in terms of money only. How much money we are having, he is claiming and finding out how much money they are having at the present now in a business is considered. So he says everything is will be expressed in monetary term only, no credit term, only money value, money value. We'll go to next one. Going concern concept. It means concern will continue to operate until it enters into state of liquidation. Therefore, a business concern should continue indefinitely liquidation. He say it is a continuous in existence. It's a continuous in existence. We say generally sole trader partnership in a company. Regarding the sole trader, it may be closed down at any time, maybe in continuous in existence. Only the word comes here liquidation. What do you mean by liquidation? Closing down of the business. Closing down of the business. If it's only sole trader, if he dies, automatically the firm will be closed. In the case of partnership, if there are number of partners are there, if one of the partner retires, the firm has to close down. If the one of the partner becomes insolvent, the firm has to close down. If one of the partner retires, the firm has to close down. Then only there is no continuous in existence. Till if there is no liquidation, no closing, it is continuous in existence. Regarding the company is considered, liquidation is very, very, very rare. We can say it's always continuous in existing company is always in continuous in. If one of the shareholder, if 5 shareholder, if 10 shareholder retire also, no effect to the company. It is a continuous in existence because company is an artificial person created by law. It's a continuous in existence. Perpetual succession, we say. It's a continuous in existence. What the sentence we say? Till liquidation. Continue indefinitely till liquidation. Till the liquidation takes place, it is going on. If you see any newspaper, any TV channel, you can come across, there may be an advertisement. We are 40 years old. We are 50 years old. Means since 50 years we are running the business. Means it is continuous in operation till the liquidation. If there is something goes wrong, there may be closing down of the business unless it is continuous in existence. Then accounting period concept. Here, the working life of the business split into convenient short period. It may be 3 months, 6 months, or 1 year. In this period, profit and loss account is prepared and balance sheet at the end of the year. Generally, accounts are prepared according to base of the calendar year, according to base of financial year or income tax year. How the accounting year start? Start with January, end with December is the accounting year. Start with April, end with March is called financial year. If we feel very difficulty in how to pay once in a year, we give a chance. We can prepare the accounts once in 3 months, 3 months, 3 months, 3 months, 3 months. Totally 12 months combined together form one account. If you still feel okay, I can prepare only in 6 months. You prepare once in 6 months, another 6 months, both will be combined together and made 1 year. But balance sheet should be prepared only at the end of the year, not for 3 months, not for 4 months, not for 6 months. It should be prepared at the end of the year. Then what is balance sheet? Balance sheet is not an account, it's a statement of assets and liability. It shows the financial position of the company. How much asset we are having, how much liability you have to pay, what's the position of the asset minus liability is equal to capital, what is the position of the company, say that can be shown only at the end of the year. Accounting period concept, the period, how it the period may be 3 months, 6 months, 1 year. Generally, all accounts are prepared once in a year. And balance sheet must prepare only at the end of the year only. This has a chance. You may prepare once in 3 months, another 3 months, another 3 months, another 3 months, or once in 6 months, and combined together, forming accounting once in a year, finalizing the once in a year, and balance sheet should be prepared. Whatever the results of the profit and loss account come, it may be profit or loss. When you prepare the profit and loss account, the net result may be profit or loss. That should be shown in the balance sheet at the end of the year. It shows it is not an account. Remember, it is not an account. It is a statement of assets and liability, which shows the financial position of the concern, how much asset we are having, how much liability you have to pay. We'll move on to next one, cost concept. the asset is recorded at the price paid for purchase. When the asset is recorded at the cost price, the changes real worth due to various reasons now. So this is the asset value. Which are the asset? We may purchase machinery, we may purchase furniture, we may purchase a motor car, we may purchase land. That should be value only at the cost price. If there is any variation, it may be appreciation or depreciation, should not be considered. Reason is not considered here. Only the cost concept, cost is considered. That's why it is called cost. The asset is recorded at the cost price only. In the balance sheet, only the cost price should be shown. But regarding the stock, quite different. Regarding the asset, which are the assets I told you? Land, building, machinery, furniture, motor car, that should be shown only at the cost price only. If there is a variation, building may be appreciated, land may be appreciated, furniture may be depreciated, or machinery may be depreciated. That variation should, various reason is not considered. That should not be considered here. Only the cost price should be considered. This is one called cost concept. So when you have the value, the asset value, only the cost price should be considered. So if there is any variation in the cost of an asset, asset I told you what? Land, building, machinery, furniture should not be considered in the variation of a number. Only the cost price should be considered. We'll move on to next one. Matching concept. The primary objective of business concern is to earn profit. The revenue are matched with the revenue or matched with the expenses. If the revenue is more than the expense, it's a profit. If the expenses are more than revenue, it's a loss. Now, we are matching. If you see the picture, we can understand. One side we have got revenue. One side we have associated of expenses. Same accounting period we have given. Mean in the same accounting period means it may start with the January, end with the December. It may start with the April, end with the March. Same period of time. How much earned we compare the revenue. Here with this word, the revenue are matched with the expense. Revenue are matched with the expense. How much revenue earned in the particular year? How much expenses you earn? Revenue means by selling the goods, how much you have earned, what are the expenses you mean, how much you paid for purchase of raw material, how much paid for wages is considered, how much paid for printing and stationery, how much paid for post and telegram, how much paid for other expenses are considered. Out of the revenue, this expenditure should be deducted. What the law says now, if the revenue is more and the expenses are less, then it's a profit. If the expenses are more, then the revenue, it's a loss. So we are comparing revenue with the associated expenses. So one side we have got a revenue, one side we have got a revenue, other side we have got an expense. If the revenue is more, if the expenses are less, it's a profit. If the expenses are more, if the revenue is less, it's a loss. So we have comparison of revenue and associated in the particular year. We should not go back to the last year. You should not be go to forward year, same year. The same year may be calendar year or financial year. What I told you, the calendar year start with January, end with December. Then regarding the financial year or income tax year is concerned, start with April, end with March. We compare revenue with the expense. If the revenue is more, then the expenses, it's a loss. This revenue more, expenses less, then there's a profit. If the expenses are more, if the revenue is less, it's a loss. I will repeat once again. If the revenue is more and the expenses are less, it's a profit. If the expenses are more than the revenue, it's a loss. Same thing I have given, more than the revenue, it's a loss. Which is more? If the revenue is more, then the expenses, it's a profit. If the expenses are more than the revenue, it's a loss. All the expenditure of the same year should be taken into consideration. Even the revenue sales should be considered of the same year. The year may be calendar year or financial year. We'll move on to next one. Realization concept. The revenue considered to be realized only when the goods are transferred to a customer. This is the most important one. The goods should be transferred to customer. Customer has to pay back the money. And the customer becomes legally liable to pay them. It should be noted that when an order is received from a customer, it does not mean revenue is realized. When the goods passes, if you see this picture, you understand, goods has been passed this person to this person, he is paying the money. It is going to be realized now. Here, this gentleman is giving the goods to him, and this gentleman giving the money to him. Means it has been realized, goods have been passed from one hand to another hand, even the money has been passed from one hand to another. It is called realization. That word transfer to customer, and customer become legally liable. When you say that he is going to liable, and if he say that I am going to pay in the future date, that will not be considered here. And another, any order placed by the customer is not a realization concept. The order is there, it should be realized. That means the customer should say he has to pay the money, and the goods should be passed from seller to the customer. This man has to pay the money, seller has to give the goods, the customer has to pay the money, then only the realization is there. So we consider this as a seller, owner, he gives the goods to the customer is paying the money, so money is realized, and the goods also, goods is go in favor of customer, where money goes in favor of the seller or the owner, say, then we say money have been realized, goods have been realized in respect of customer, money have been realized in respect of the owner is concerned. To be received or to be paid will not be considered. If any order is placed, that order will not be considered here. Only realize money should be realized. We'll go to next concept. Dual aspect concept. This is the basic concept of accounting. Every transaction has dual aspect. Dual aspect means two aspects are there. One debit side, one the credit side. So one going out, one benefit is going out, one benefit is coming in, is called dual aspect regarding the accounting. While you are doing the accounting, accounting is nothing but classifying, summarizing the transactions are considered. For example, when Mr. X, the proprietor of the business, start his business with cash rupees 50,000 and building, he invested how much money? 50,000 in the form of cash, 1 lakh in the form of building. It is going out one aspect. Another aspect, for sake of what? Capital. So for his own capital, how much he contribute? 1,50,000 in the form of cash, in the form of building. We go another example. If I purchase the machinery is coming in, cash is going out. Dual aspect. One aspect, we are the receiver of the machinery. Another aspect, going of the cash. Or if we make the sale of the furniture, cash is coming in, furniture is going. Dual aspect. What is going out? Furniture is going out, cash is coming in. That's a dual aspect. One benefit we have to receive, one benefit you have to pay. So one you have to give, one you have to receive is called dual aspect, mean two. Double aspect, one should be debited, another should be credited. Here capital is coming in, and what is going? Cash is going out, building amount is going out. So we say two aspects are there. One is going out of aspect, one coming in as is called dual aspect is considered here. I have given already expansion. When you purchase the goods, what is coming in? Goods is coming in, cash is going out. It's not a loss. Goods is coming in, cash is going out. Dual aspect, one as a purchase, one as cash is going out. That is called the dual aspect is considered. One should be debited, another should be credited. The same example they have given. When you make the sale in the form of cash, so goods is going out, cash is coming in, cash account should be debited, sales account should be credited. Or when you purchase the building worth of 40,000, what is coming in? Building is coming in, cash is going out, building account should be debited, cash account should be credited. By chance, if you sold the machinery for rupees 1 lakh, what is coming in? Cash is coming in, machinery is going out. So cash should be debited and machinery should be credited. That's called the dual aspect is called, double aspects are considered. We'll move on to next one. Accrual concept. According to this concept, cost and revenue recognize as they are incurred. When they are incurred here, when they have happened only, you have to take it into consideration. That means revenues accrue in that year in which they are earned. Accrual means to be received in that year and not in the year in which they are actually received. And to be received, to be paid will be considered here. Accrual means to be received and to be paid will be considered So here occur, that means accrue in that year. Concept cost and revenue. So cost, whatever the article you are going to receive, that's why bill receivable and bill payable is there. Bill receivable is asset, bills payable are the receivable. This is the payable. Accrual means to be received and to be paid will be taken into consideration. You see the picture now? Here we are going to receive in the future date, to be received and to be paid should be taken into consideration. We'll know accounting convention. So far we have come across the concept. We'll go for convention, which convention includes custom, tradition, methods or rules. He say, I told you, concepts are assumption, fundamentals of accounting, whereas convention adopt the rules and regulation in operating the business. What are the rules and regulation? That is a personal account, real account, nominal account. Which should be debited, which should be credited. All the rules and regulation will be operated in the business. That is called convention. So there are four conventions. One is called convention of materiality, convention of conservatism, convention of consistency, convention of disclosure. So four important conventions are there. One is convention of materiality, convention of conservatism, conventions of consistency, conventions of disclosure. Here are all the conventions are there now. We'll go one by one. What is convention of materiality? Convention of material. Material is likely to be relevant to the user of the financial statement. Therefore, in accounting, a detailed record is recorded. That means material plays an important role in the business is considered. So, how the material gives the most important, we are going to see. For example, the cost of those tools. The cost of those tools is the major element for repair of the workshop. But the same element becomes a significant for a large company is considered. If you consider the large company is considered, it is negligible at all. Hammer. Some hammer is there. That is the most important for repair of the workshop. But the same may be insignificant. They neglect this, no. It's a large crores of rupees are invested, no. They won't consider this small element at all. For repairers, no, who is repairing in the workshop, no, that particular loose tools will be considered as a main element, main material for them. For a large concern, it's a so much negligence we have got. So one side, it plays an important role for a small concern. Small shop are considered, but for a big concern, it is an insignificant means not taken into consideration. For a repair of the workshop, small workshop, it is a main element. For a large concern, it is negligible, we say. These are all the elements you have got. For a small concern, it is acceptable, and most important, for a large concern, they won't taken into consideration. Next, conservation of, we say, convention of conservatism. It indicates that there has been a practice by the account to follow the policy of playing the safe. That means you have to show, playing the safe means you have to show the correct picture, then only the firm will be safe. Here, valuation of stock at cost price or market price, whichever is less. Always stock should be valued at the end of the year. After making the sale, if unsold goods are there, that's called the stock is available, that should be valued either at the cost price or the market price, whichever is less. This is important. You must value the stock either at the cost price or the market price, whichever is less. The closing stock of this year become the opening stock for the next year is considered. Second example, depreciation is charged only on the fixed asset, only on fixed. What is depreciation? Reduction, continuous reduction in the value of fixed asset. Which are the fixed assets are? Land, building, machinery, furniture, motor car. If the asset come down, for example, if the cost of the machinery is 40,000, so 10% depreciation has been made on 40,000, 10% 4,000. Today value is 36,000. So depreciation should be charged only on the cost price only. Second point, no, when you value the stock, it should be practiced by the safe side means no correct value, correcting the value. You must value the cost price either at the cost price or the market price, whichever is less. That is important. Whichever is Less is important. Depreciation should always be charged only on the cost price. We'll move on to next one. Convention of consistency. It is necessary to follow some permanent rules which is considered in preparing the finance. So when you are preparing the financial statement, this you are preparing trading account, profit and loss account, balance sheet, you have to what's called follow certain rules and regulations of account. We have got certain rules. Certain rules means we have got certain principles which should be debited, which should be credited, which are the personal account, which are the real account, which are the nominal account, how to treat the personal account, how to treat the real account, how to treat the nominal account. That is called preparing finance. This facility, the business to company current year financial result with that of the period. When you find out the result, the current year result will compare with the last year to find out what is our position. This year our profit is 1 lakh. Last year it was only 80,000 means so there is some impact. What's called your profit has been increased from 80,000 to 1 lakh means so there is a system now growth has been came into field. Some growth is there, some light has been came into field. That means 80,000 becomes the 1 lakh means so growing aspect has came into field. You compare always, but you have to prepare the financial statement with the correct rules and regulation. We have got certain principle how to prepare the trading account, how to prepare. Because no, when you start the trading account, we say opening stock, we say means last year closing stock will come to the opening stock. Stock should be valued only on the cost price or the market price, whichever is less is considered. Same thing comes as opening stock. So we have to follow what are the expenses that will come in the profit and loss account, what are the asset value, what are the liability value, and you have to show the financial position. So all should be prepared in the proper way and find out the profit. We compare the profit of this year, that of the last year. We'll move on to next one. Convention of disclosure. Every financial statement should disclose a true and fair value of the facts and figure into total. In reality, it's very difficult to show the true figure, but they have to show the correct picture of the assets and liability. So it is a customary of every businessman. You have to show the correct picture of the assets and liability to know the correct financial position. Unless whatever the position you are showing is not correct, it's only a false proposal we have given. So that balance sheet should be prepared according to correct picture only. A business has raised a large amount of loan soon after the balance sheet. This will affect the financial status of the enterprise. Therefore, this should be disclosed and brought into notice of the user. So, after preparing the balance sheet, you have taken the loan, which is not included in the balance sheet because loan is taken in the same year, but you are not taken into consideration. That should be taken into consideration to show the correct picture. Unless whatever the balance sheet is prepared is not correct at all, it is not disclosed as correct financial position because you have taken the loan. Loan should be shown on the liability side of the balance sheet. You have to pay the interest. Interest should be come in the profit and loss account. When interest comes in the profit and loss account, naturally your net profit will be reduced. So that what he says, no, this will affect financial status of an enterprise. You have to show properly if you have taken the long-term loan that should of this year at the end of the year after preparing the balance sheet. You have taken loan for this year only, that should be shown in the balance sheet unless correct picture cannot be brought into notice. This convention of disclosure, disclose everything. So when you go to bank, you disclose everything. When you are preparing the company's balance sheet, you disclose what is the value of the asset you are having, what's the value of the liability you are having, and how much loan you have taken from the outsider, how much loan you have taken from the others and other companies concerned. You disclose the correct, true and correct picture. So that shows a correct financial position of the company. Therefore, this should be disclosed and brought into notice of the user. So this says you have to show the correct picture unless the financial position may not be safe for you and it's not a correct financial position. We'll move on to next one. We come across no concepts and conventions are there. What I told you about the concepts are only assumption, fundamentals of principle. whereas convention know how the principle will be adopted in operation of the business. So we have come across the two words. One is called concept, another is called the convention. I told you dual concept, I told is important for dual concept. And also we say one we in a one concept, I told the nature basic concept, one we consider as a owner, another consider as a businessman. Two entity concepts are there. I told you we consider businessman as one entity and another entity is called businesses entity separately. One side as a businessman, one side as a business, though the same belongs to same one, but we consider one side as a business, another side as a businessman. That entity should be important. Dual aspect is very, very important because we are going to say so many problems on this dual aspect is considered. One should be debited, another should be credited is there. Slowly we have to go through one by one and understand what is going on, dual concept. So what is concept? It is a fundamental assumption of accounting principle. Then where is a convention is considered how the principle will be adopted in operation of the business. In operation of the business, how we are going to adopt. So you go through all these concepts and convention. So we have, yeah, I've already discussed about what is account, what is accounting, what is the principles of accounting, what is transaction, how the transaction, which is a credit transaction, which is a cash transaction, what is transaction, transfer of property from one person to another person is a transaction. There are two types of transaction, cash transaction, credit, all we have dealt. In the next session, we are going to start the journal entry for you. I am going to explain what is journal, what is the entry you are going to pass, and I have explained everything now. In the next session, we'll discuss the journal entry, the most important problem you are going to solve. From the next period only, we enter into practical side, passing the journal entry and preparing the final. All we are going to deal in the next session. Till then, goodbye. Meet you once again in the next session.